is a king, so I am a princess, I know it. But court etiquette is a dull, dreary thing. I just hate it all, and I show it. To sing on the stage, that's the one life for me. My fingers just like Tetrazzini. I know I'm infirm if I sing in Bohème that opera by Signor Puccini. I've roulades and the drums that would sing the coaches down the backs of the hills of my go-go frills. I long to be a prima donna, donna, donna. I long to shine upon the stage. I have the embonpoint to become a queen of song, and I think I would look pretty as a page. I want to be a screechy, peachy, cantatucci, for the black girls that I see. I hate society, I hate propriety, but it's calling for me. I'm in the elite, and men sigh at my feet. Still, I do not fancy my position. I have not much use for the men that I meet. I quite burn with lyric ambition. Those tenors so sweet, if they made love to me, I'd be a success, that I do know. And I'd asked if I would sing in Faust, that opera so charming by God. Girls would be on the brink of hysterics, I think, even stricken enough to God for a drink. I long to be a prima donna, donna, donna. I long to shine upon the stage with my avoirdupois and my tra-la-la-la-la. I would be the chief sensation of the age. I want to hear them shouting "Viva to the diva!" How very lovely that must be. That's what I'm trying for, that's what I'm sighing for. That is calling for.
Just look down. Crazy. No, no. Yeah. This pump is super circumstantial.
I am Grand Marshal Jonathan Krasno, and I would like to call to order the commencement of Harbor College of Arts and Sciences of the State University of New York at Binghamton. Everyone, please rise as you are able. We welcome you to join vocalist Raya Bolander in singing the national anthem.
So proudly reared at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Everyone, please be seated.
Good afternoon. I am Associate Dean Carl Lippo. This is a special ceremony as we bring together baccalaureate candidates as well as their families and friends. Congratulations to you all. Before we proceed with our ceremony, I would like to welcome a member of the Binghamton University Council who is joining us today. Please hold your applause a little bit until we name her Linda Beamer. She's the one person we've got. I'd also like to introduce our other special guests who sit with us on stage this afternoon. They will stand as I call their names, so please hold your applause until they've been introduced. President Harvey Stenger. Donald Hall, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. Greg Del Vicio, Vice President for Communications and Marketing. Sheila Doyle, Executive Director, Binghamton Foundation. Scott Foyer, Alumni Association President. Jonathan Krasno, Grand Marshal, Professor, Political Science, Faculty Senate Executive Committee. Michael McGough, three-time Binghamton alumnus, retired Chief Financial Officer, and great friend. Pamela Mission, Platform Party Marshal, Associate Professor, Public Administration, Faculty Advisor to the President. Joanne Navarro, Vice President for Operations. Manar Sabri, Professional Staff Senate. Chloe Van Kassel, Student Speaker. Please join me in applauding these special guests. Let me also recognize all the esteemed faculty who have mentored and guided our graduates. Your efforts have been crucial to the intellectual growth and the achievements that we celebrate today. Will all the faculty on stage and in the audience please rise as you are able to. Please join me as we applaud the support of and dedication to the success of our students. I would also like to thank the Binghamton University Wind Symphony, our vocalists, and the Broome County Celtic Pipe and Drums for their participation in today's celebration. Again, welcome to our celebration of the Harper College of Arts and Sciences class of 2023. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you President Harvey Stenger.
Good job, Harper. Good job, 2023. Great job. Yeah. This is an exciting day for both our graduates and for the university as we celebrate the achievements of the Harper College of Arts and Sciences Class of 2023. We are proud of the collective and individual achievements of the students whose work we recognize today. So let me begin by extending to our graduates a heartfelt congratulations for a job well done. I also want to recognize the faculty members who have mentored and guided our graduates. Your efforts have been crucial to the intellectual growth and achievements we celebrate today. And a special welcome as well to the parents, family, and friends who are here today to share in the joy of watching a loved one reach a rare milestone. Your support and involvement have been crucial to our graduates' success, ensuring that the occasional challenges of writer's block, failed experiments, and lower than expected test scores were never too difficult to overcome. Thank you, parents, family, and friends. Commencement marks a time of change. It is the culmination of years of hard work and rigorous scholarship and research. The degree our graduates are receiving at today's commencement is a sign that tells the world that they have achieved the level of expertise that will allow them to advance or commence in their chosen discipline. They have demonstrated that they have the prerequisite knowledge to add to the quality of life that we lead as global citizens. Let's think back to the start of your journey, to your first days at the university. Entering college, fresh out of high school, you began by choosing a field of study. Perhaps you chose economics or political science, or you already had a deep interest in anthropology or math. So naturally, Harper was the home for you. Of course, there are probably a few of you who made the daring choice of undeclared before settling on your vocation. And then you chose to double or triple major because you already had the credits. But each of you spent the next few semesters blah, 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 blah. Do you remember March 11th, 2020? The governor announced all SUNY campuses will teach remotely. You were first-year students. The campus emptied over the next 4 days. Our lives were about to change forever. We didn't know what the future held for us. We lived the next 18 months with fear, sadness, and uncertainty. We isolated, quarantined, socially distanced, masked up, got sick, studied from our bedrooms, knew friends and loved ones who died, and questioned our future as a species. My sadness led me to make weekly videos to stay in touch with you. But you and Binghamton University faced it with courage and determination. By the first week of April, we refunded 18,000 students over $25 million. We were the first SUNY school to do refunds and the 5th university in the country to give refunds because it was consistent with our values that our student success is our top priority. And it almost cost me my job. We tested, made restrictive social rules, delivered thousands of meals per week to students living in isolation and quarantine in Digman, Hillside, and hotels along the Parkway. We made mistakes, but we quickly tried to correct them. But somehow, some way, we ended up here. You ended up here. You did it! Congratulations, class of 2023! we have a special guest coming up on the stage. There he is. Come on up, Senator. We are honored to welcome a very special friend of the university to our campus today, Senator Charles Schumer. United States Senator Charles Chuck Schumer has been a great supporter of the university and a powerful representative of the citizens of New York State. Most recently, he guided us and spearheaded advocacy efforts in D.C. for the university's winning application, securing more than $130 million in state and federal support to help the region become a leader in next-generation battery technologies and workforce development under the federal Build Back Better program. Please welcome the senior senator from New York State and current Senate Majority Leader, Charles Schumer.
Thank you, Harvey.
Thank you, Chuck. Good job.
Thank you, Harvey. And let me say first and most important, congratulations to the great class of 2023. You've made it. I want to thank Harvey Stenger. He does an amazing job, as do the faculty and the administrators and the clerks, all the way down to the people who come late at night and keep the place clean. Together, they have made Binghamton University not only one of the best learning institutions of higher education in New York, but in our whole country. Job well done. Congratulations. And I'd like to say a word to the parents. I know how you feel. Not too long ago, my wife Iris and I, sat where you are and watched our daughter Allison get her diploma. It was one of the proudest days of our lives. Now, you've been through a lot as parents. Not easy to raise kids these days, but now you get to watch all of your blood, sweat, and tears pay off as your son or daughter walks on stage and gets the diploma and becomes an adult before your very eyes. Let's hear it for the moms and dads. And one more word of thanks. As we're having a great time here today, it's a wonderful day, there are young men and women serving in our armed forces in dangerous places overseas, risking their lives for our freedom. Let's have a round of applause for them, too. So, to this great class of 2023, the challenges, as President Stenger mentioned, the challenges of the last few years have truly been unique. I'm sure you expected your time in college to bring new experiences, but that didn't include a global pandemic. And yet, here you are. Having earned a degree from one of the great institutions of higher learning, you've overcome immense obstacles to get here. Nothing, and nobody can ever take that away from you. We have more work to do, but little by little, life's going back to normal. It took a lot of work to reach this point. As Majority Leader, I worked hard, as Harvey mentioned, to pass the American Rescue Plan. It not only gave money to make Binghamton and upstate New York a center of battery technology, new lithium battery technology, but we also got $70 million for Binghamton University, which went to students to help you through the pandemic. So that was good news. And one thing I'm very proud of and working on, we're pushing President Biden to cancel a significant portion of student debt. Get that crushing burden of debt off your shoulders once and for all. It's in the courts now, but I'm going to work hard and not quit till we get it done. That's important. Now, graduates, as you all know, this is an era of profound economic and social change. In the old days, when you graduated from college, the odds were pretty high that you'd have the same job in the same field for 40 years. That's not so true anymore. Many of you will have several jobs. Some of you will have several careers. And along with these economic changes, the internet has put so much information at our fingertips that it's sometimes hard to figure out what's important and to distinguish between what's true and what isn't. All too often, on the internet, the loudest voices get the most attention. But class of 2023, the good news about our changing world is this. Your generation is better equipped than any other that came before it to adapt to these changes, to overcome the obstacles they present, seize the opportunities they afford. Right now, though, sitting in your seats, you may not be sure of what's coming next. With so much of the world changing around you so quickly, it may feel sometimes like you're jumping into an abyss. But graduates, the key, don't fear the unknown. Embrace it. Relish it. Soak up every possibility it has to offer and cast aside your fears. So my advice to the class of 2023 is simple. Go for it. Now, how do I know? How do I know this? Well, I remember when I graduated from college feeling those doubts. When I was seated at college graduation years back, I had just learned that I had won a scholarship to travel all around the world, all expenses paid, for a whole year. For me, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. I had never been out of the country before. I came from a working class family. We didn't have money to afford trips. So this was a great opportunity. But at the same time, I met a girl and I fell in love. Aww. So I had to decide. Do I go around the world on the all-expense-paid scholarship for a whole year? Or do I stay home with the girl, my first true love? Class of 2023, what would you have done? President Stenger, the class is divided. I stayed home with the girl. Don't clap, you romantics in the audience. The story continues. That summer, she went on a brief vacation, and I met her at the airport on her return. As soon as she got off the plane, I saw by the look on her face something was the matter. She dumped me by Labor Day. There I was, no scholarship, no trip around the world, no girl. I said to myself, what a loser you are. You're never going to make anything of yourself. And in fact, I stayed in my house for several months, moped around, feeling sorry for myself. But somehow I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and moved forward. And a few years later, I found myself seated at graduation once again, this time from law school. But on the way home from graduation, I told Mom and Dad that I wasn't going to join the fancy law firm like we had planned. I told them politics was my passion. My dream was to run for public office. My parents were shocked. My mother was particularly disappointed. You see, I grew up, as I mentioned, in a working-class family. My dad was an exterminator, never went to college. And the law firm was paying $400 a month. That was more money than my family, $400 a week, rather. That was more money than my family had ever seen in those days. But my heart wasn't in it. I didn't want to be pushing a pencil for some client I didn't know, and I thought I ever met the guy, I wouldn't like him. And so, that fall, at the age of 23, and against long odds, I ran for the New York State Assembly, and I had 3 opponents. There was the party machine candidate, there was a neighborhood activist, and then there was my mother, who was telling all her friends not to vote for me. So as she said, I'd get this silly idea of being an elected official out of my big, thick head. Well, graduates, a few years earlier, I sure didn't get that girl, but that November, I won the election. So, graduates, on this day of your wonderful achievement, my advice, take the risk. Don't let fear of failure deter you. For those of us who have gotten older and look back on life, some of the most painful moments are what I call the what-ifs. What if I'd only done this? What if I'd only gone there? My advice to the class of 2023 is simple. Go for it. You're about to cast into the unknown. I know that can sometimes seem kind of scary, but you've got great assets. An education from one of the best institutions of higher learning in the country, families that are always going to have your back through thick and thin. So garner up your courage, garner up your strength, put aside your doubts, take a chance, and if you do, it is my hope, it is my prayer, and indeed, it is my confidence that you will find true success and true joy in life. So to the great graduates of 2023 BU, congratulations. Good luck. Godspeed, and don't forget, go for it.
We're waiting for him to get the girl one of these times. It's my pleasure now to introduce Provost Donald Hall.
Thank you, and I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but I'll try. It is my great pleasure to be among those celebrating with you today, and this is one of my very first graduations as provost at Binghamton University, and I'm thrilled to be here. So let me take the opportunity to congratulate all of our graduates and their families and their friends who've supported them throughout their time here on the many achievements we are recognizing today. You are truly remarkable students who have brought your intellectual curiosity, work ethic, and sense of humor to bear throughout your time here. As you graduate from Binghamton, you will take with you what you've learned in your classes, laboratories, from the student organizations you've participated in, and from the thousands of personal interactions you've had with those around you. You'll take all that you have experienced here and become change makers as you make your way in our ever-evolving world. It is, yes, a very different world since the pandemic upended our lives, but your Binghamton education and experiences will serve you well, whether you expect to continue on to a graduate degree or head straight into this new world's workforce. According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, employers plan to hire nearly 15% more 2023 graduates than they did from the prior year's graduating class. That is great news for you. And LinkedIn has seen a 21% increase in job postings, advertising skills and responsibilities rather than qualifications. That's also great news for you because no matter what your major area of study, whether it was humanities, social sciences, arts, or a STEM field, you are leaving us with a foundation based in the liberal arts. This strong foundation has helped you hone what is often called soft skills that are so vital to success. Your critical thinking, decision-making, and communication skills that will be important for you to move forward in whatever career path you follow. As you've prepared throughout your time at Binghamton to tackle what is ahead, the next decisions you might find yourself facing are, do I want to continue my education by earning a master's or a PhD? If not, what do I want my work life to look like? Do I want to work remotely in a hybrid format or always in an office? How will I maintain my work-life balance? What will my priorities be? Since you're all past the undecided phase of your college years and are now entering the next decision stage of your lives, my advice to you is to pursue the career path that you are passionate about. Make the decisions from among the choices that are presented to you, but what works well for you? Research the company or employer as much as you can. Develop a pros and cons list. Check out the cost of living, where you would be located. Talk to friends and family. But most importantly, figure out what you want your impact to be in your chosen line of work. Because as Binghamton graduates, you are poised to make a huge impact in all sectors of society. You are joining a growing list of Binghamton alumni who have set a standard of success and who have reached the pinnacle of their professions. To note just a few of the Harper graduates who have made an impact, some of these you may know already. Lawyer, journalist, and television host Sunny Hostin. Tarte Cosmetics founder Maureen Kelly. ESPN's Pardon the Interruption co-host Tony Kornheiser. Archangel Airborne founder and Chief Mission Officer Stuart Douglas Hirsch. NASA Senior Materials Research Engineer Francis Hurwitz. The Daily Show co-creator Madeline Smithberg. COO and Global Head of BlackRock Solutions Robert Goldstein. actor and comedian Stephanie Courtney, Flo from Progressive, yes, Harper grad, and of course, Hakeem Jeffries, the first Binghamton graduate elected to the U.S. Congress and the current House Minority Leader. All of these Harper graduates. They, as you, earned a Binghamton degree, and that means you have all completed a rigorous academic program. And for our double or even triple majors, more than one academic program. Your Binghamton degree is your hallmark of excellence and one that will prove what impact you will have. So as you make your way forward and progress in your careers, remember to always define the value to prospective employers and those around you. Show them that you know how to solve problems, that you know how to work well in teams, that you have a broad understanding of the world around you, that you've learned to be a leader at Binghamton, and that you are a great communicator. Especially in our changed, often hybrid environment, the ability to clearly communicate to colleagues in person, over Zoom, through emails, and the written word will be paramount to your success. These are all skills that come from your foundation in the liberal arts, and I believe that these skills will also be the foundation of your career success. Because you have been exposed to a range of ideas from many fields, you now have the ability to see others' perspectives, to engage in productive dialogue, and to understand the importance that a diversity of thought brings to developing solutions to the many social issues we face today. These skills will serve you well in whatever endeavors you undertake and will add to your impact as you navigate our world. Whether you choose to continue on to graduate school and work in academia, or instead opt for a career in the nonprofit sector, government, or in the private sector. So thank you for choosing Binghamton. It has been a pleasure having you as our students. Congratulations on your many accomplishments, and please, please stay in touch and keep us informed about the many accomplishments to come. So congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Provost Hall. Please rise as Riel Bolander and the University Wind Symphony perform the Harper Alma Mater. The lyrics can be found on page 9 of the commencement program.
May honor crown thy heritage.
Please be seated. I'd like now to introduce our Alumni Association President, Scott Foyer. Scott would like to share congratulations on behalf of our Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean. Good afternoon. To you, the class of 2023, I offer congratulations on graduating from Binghamton University. I'm so excited for all of you, and it's an honor to be part of this very significant and emotional day. By now, you've probably heard a million times about the importance of networking and the value of relationships. After today, you can say you heard it one more time. I do feel the message is worth reinforcing because one of the best attributes of Binghamton University is the strength of our alumni network. And now you are part of this network. We have more than 150,000 alumni in over 100 countries. Wherever you go from here, you'll find Binghamton alumni there. By graduating, you've automatically joined the Alumni Association. The insert card in your diploma cover talks about what this membership means. Also included is your own personal print of the B photo, the class picture you took together during your first week on campus. We hope you'll look upon this photo fondly and display it proudly to your friends, family, and colleagues so they can see that you are a graduate of Binghamton University. The Alumni Association is a resource for you, always here to connect you with other alumni and the university. But like anything else, you get out what you put in. If a Binghamton event is happening close to where you live, try to get there. If your location or schedule only allows you to connect with us virtually, try to log on. We have LinkedIn groups, an online mentoring program called Mentor Match, which I encourage you all to sign up for right away. And every year at homecoming, we have a great tailgate party and other activities where you can get together with your college friends. Whether it's in person or virtually, always keep adding to your network. You never know when a connection is going to benefit you, and perhaps you'll be able to help someone else. I've heard many stories of Binghamton connections leading to jobs for recent graduates. And just last year, I was able to help a member of the class of 2022 get her first job after we met at a virtual networking event. I've hosted alumni events at my law office, and I've mentored and advised students and fellow alumni. I'm very willing to help, and I found that other Binghamton alumni feel the same way. I encourage you to take advantage of opportunities to engage with alumni who want to be a resource for you, and down the road, when you're able, be sure to give back and pay it forward to the next generation. Always remember what it feels like to be at the beginning of your career journey, so you will understand and relate to the graduating classes who follow in your footsteps. My family recently celebrated Passover with a close college friend of ours and her family. Her dad, a 96-year-old Holocaust survivor, still leads the Seder and tells incredible stories about his experiences during World War II and his path to America. Every year he speaks about the concept of Lador Vador, which is Hebrew for from generation to generation. Holidays are one way that we make connections between generations of people. And it occurred to me that this concept applies equally to the Alumni Association. By giving our time to the next generation of alumni, we make a connection with them and make a difference in their lives. This is a little sad for me because my last commencement as president of the Alumni Association has been a great experience, and it's given me the opportunity to meet some incredible people. But you don't have to be on the Alumni Association board to realize the benefits of getting involved. Before I close, I want to emphasize to you that it's your Alumni Association, and where it goes from here largely depends on you. So get involved and make your voice heard. Be sure to scan the QR code that you'll find around campus and update your contact information in the Be Connected database so you'll receive notifications about upcoming events and programs and not miss anything that may be of interest to you. Though your time as a student may have concluded, you are a Bearcat for life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Scott. At this time, we will recognize the accomplishments of our baccalaureate degree candidates. But first, we're going to recognize the students who have achieved Latin honors. We recognize 3 levels of achievement: cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. The names of the candidates for these honors appear in the commencement program. There are over 1,100 Harper College students that are candidates for Latin honors, so we will not announce each by name, but we shall recognize students attending today by having them stand in place. So candidates graduating with cum laude, please rise. You may be seated. Next, candidates graduating magna cum laude, please rise. You may be seated. And finally, candidates graduating summa cum laude, please rise. You may be seated. My congratulations to all of you on your outstanding academic achievements. Latin honors are based on a student's cumulative grade point average. Students who have earned the distinction of departmental honors or distinguished independent work have achieved academic excellence and have been recognized by the faculty in their major department. Now, will the baccalaureate degree candidates from the departments of anthropology, economics, and environmental studies please rise? President Stenger, as the Associate Dean of Harper College, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who have fulfilled all of their baccalaureate degree requirements as prescribed by the faculty. School Marshal Stephen Ortiz, please lead the candidates to the platform so that all may receive recognition for their academic achievements.
Samuel Gunnar Shaper. Joanne Kang. Riley Quinn Melly. Emma Rose Sheehan. Zachary Christopher Augustine. Willa Blair. Mira Catherine McManus. Mia Cucci. Vincent Louis Gatto. Erin Catherine Petterson. Jenna Brooke Levine. Alberto Morte Diaz. Courtney Smith. Gabrielle Francesca Monterosso. Joseph Kyle Wong. Gannon Anna Riley. Samrita Kamkolar. Juliana Nicole Mignone. Zoe Rayana Morris. Benjamin John Bayon. Olivia Nicole Ames. Benjamin Chen. John Charles Dugan. Jack Michael Remondetti. Brian Andrew McLeod. Adam Herbert Hunter. Bailey Lucas Rogers. Jason F. Bernard, Jr. Adrian Michael Ripstein. Seth J. Gunsberg. Tyler Joseph D'Amato. Samuel F. Levin. Julia Steckler. Megan Joy Warshawski. Ethan Lewis Stark. Jocelyn Fernandez. Jamie Wong. Kayla Michelle Rodriguez. Joshua Lawrence Lemon. Jake M. Freeman. Thomas Holland. Patrick C. Sark. Tristan Ferreira. Luke Torrell Karnowicz. Jackson Buss. Thomas Michael Yaman, Jr. Moblin Sin. Yi Chen Liu. Yang Ting Li. Chi Chao Chuang. Dan Weng. Kion Chong. Yirim Choi. Daewon Kim. Sung Guk Hong. Maxwell Amram. Max Simon Himmelfarb. Kyle Benjamin Cohen. Emily Wiesen. Aditi Sunil. Hain Kim, Catherine Jane Mahmout, Isabella Rose Romano, George Lee, Jason Chen, Royce Christopher Nayland, Emily Jane Nancy Campesi, Daniel Treadway, Alex Henry Lewin, Marcangelo Feliciano Quijano, Madison Nicole Sawyer, Gregory Alexander Buckman, Xing Yu Zhang, Michael Elliott Sternbach, Alex Rocco Sapansky, Jake Tyler Cassidy, Kevin Joseph Grassick, Cooper D. Kronick, Jake Samuel Ignato, Matthew Christopher Shields, Franco A. Manriquez, Dennis Bardecchia III, Kaylee Francis Chamberlain, Krista Jade Aile, Joshua Yaw Doncor, Caitlin Rose Verna, Nicholas Joseph Pisani, Una Lim Brennan, Justin David Clark, Charles Matthew Rauch, Edan Pravluki, Jared Michael Osika, Patrick Matthew McCann, Claire Mary Brenner, Daniel K. Gagan, Brianna Nicole Hansen, Callista Cohen, Kira Catherine Chang, Alexander Larson, Jack W. Swain, Suzanne Rose Berstein, Kristen Elizabeth Wadig, Ashley Shirena Akbar, Leah Maria Lorenzana, Jacobo Holmes Maroni, Jake Setta, Jacob Hertis, Michael Reynolds, Elihu J. Yazuil, Jonathan B. Sedeka, Zachary Khan Nedil. Thank you. Theodore Michael Lagudis, Matthew Walsh, Matthew Raleigh, Angeli Marie Peralta Diaz, Noelia Piacella, Maria V. Victoria, Gwyneth Michelle Lopez Uribe, Ariane Ventura, Emma Josephine Lynch, Hao Ni, Igor Polivoda, Alexis Nicole Crumbry, Khan Emir Zoglo, Ishmael Lambici Jr., Joseph Loconti, Jake Catalano, Tristan Thomas Tirado, Matthew Glick, Eric Joseph Fowler, Anthony J. Simone, Nicholas Joseph Brown, Anthony Edward O'Donnell, Joseph Theodore Macenas, Kyra Sky Pontecorvo, Ethan Ross Miller, Nicholas Darigo, Michael Stephen Koufakis, Kevin James O'Donnell, Nicholas Vitaco, Maxwell H. Einoff, Dominic James Esposito, Douglas James Matthews, Thomas Cavateo, John P. Clark, Thomas William Quirk, Gabriela Elena Shkreli, Sophia Noel Cambareri, Quinn Murray, Ryan Hunter Lebson, Alec Lucas Geller, Cole Spencer Geller, Jake Collins, Carrie Paul Novick, Rocco Fucci, Alyssa Danielle Martin, Catherine Claire Traeger, Jacob Tyler Nolan, Corey Day, Maxwell Charles Napoli, Quinn Michael O'Hara, Danny Cheng, Hannah Elizabeth Bekura, Bowen Lin, Xiaoya Luo, Bella Sivan Sullivan, Abrima S.
Ibrahima.
Ibrahima S. Cisse, McKay Lewis, Iya Osman, Drell Nuzanbe, Su Xin Sun, Dylan Pang, Noam Hirsch Pector, Shane Madigan, Sean Watkins, Brandon Martinez, Daniel Suarez, John Boldesori, James Marr, Hannah Botball, Ashley Yale Chaman, Crystal Rain Chansey, Vanessa Celine Hertig, Casey Feuerzig, Armando Miguel Adrian, Scott Maxwell Levine, Luke A. Sales, Nicholas Anthony Rubin, Shung Gun Lee, Brandon Huang, Jed Sang Jun Kim, James An, Trini Wong, Nathaniel Howard Armstrong, Scott Michael Wortman, Sean Brian Malloy, Daniel Mansfield, Rory Andrew Anderson, Matthew Cosetti, Thor Kozakian, Daniel Michael Jelenowicz, Ethan Hirsch Blatt, Kavan Singh, Damian Piotr Mucha, Nicholas Everson, Connor W. Hirschbaum, Jack Bartone, Kevin Volkan Gursu, Jamie Lin Zhang, Adam Christopher Saracimo, Daniel Scott Saracimo, Grace A. Butler, Benjamin Ribando, Alexander de Los Angeles, Leah Batista, Christos Casapedes, Madeline Olivia Schock, Cameron Brown Cantine, Zachary Meyer Hadjian, Mark Thomas Kotowitz, Justin Saccone, Ryan Cho, Sean J. Yu, Jenny Zhang, Harsh K. Malhotra, Luke Alexander Scheer, Joanna Christiniak, Noah Franklin Davis, Michael Patrick Drake, Matthew Alejandro Carlson, Blaze Hank Yakubi, Hongju Lee, Xihan Fang, Yuji Huang, Chanyu Li, Jiming Liu, Joseph Kuchutsetsa, Dongjin Yu, Stephen John Olympius, Jacob Ryan Ovadia, Matthew Goldstein, Sean R. Hurwitz, Natalie Claire Moses, Addison Davis Maidenberg, Marissa Kramer, Jordan Dae-Young Chin, Dylan Lee Carlton, Rowan Francis Simpson, Chloe Isabella Van Kayseli, Catherine J. Sun, Madeline Marie Yavelli, Tyler D. Gilbert, Lina Morse, Michael Tyning Lee, Dalina Luke, Zoe Grace Alpert, Cameron J. Wallace, Christina Marie Welsh, Abigail Julia Pepples, Nathan Vincent Filangeri, Jeremy Thomas Kellum, Matthew Michael Pica, Joshua Frischman Amir, Abigail Grace Houlihan, Sophia May Martinez, Emily Lowe, Jarita Lopez, Elizabeth Rachel Lavender, Nicholas Eubank, Jillian Hope Mulder, Wang Xinwu, Jiahui Zhu, Ian Nicholas Duffel, Shi Huang, Dylan Yongjin Wood, Stephen Xavier Souliard, Ting Yang Wang, Ornab Khan, Brendan Group, Benjamin Scott Foster, Michael Huang, Margaret Yu Min Lee, Ariana S. Conti, Tyler Matthew Haber, Henry Hancock Powell, David Paul Grinberg, Scott Adam Nazinski, Sue Quinn, Ash Dirk, Eric Paul Wisnam, Julian Candela, Hannah Catherine Fritsch, Nikodem Pajonchek, Matthew James Baker, Nicholas James Najujewski, Luca Adam Giardiva, Samantha Marie Findison, Casey Ellen Seraphin, Sophia Jane Murphy, Caitlin M. Drummer, Eliana Teresa Hernandez, Albert Tan, Taylor R. Dixon, Jessica Rose Detweiler, Madison Nicole Wall, Kathleen White, Shamar Alexander, Daniel S. Waldman, Angela Wynn, Vincent Michael Martitello, Jr., Scott Stephen Hendy, Simon James Quinn, Benjamin Walpole, Matthew Ryan Crayer, Everett Sulk, Hannah Jade Holmes, Jalisa Taina Piro, Akdas Mustafa, Nicole Antoinette Damil, Jeffrey Jack Laurentowski. Alex Elizabeth Martone. Julian John Kudlak. Peter J. Sida. Corina Ciccone. Thomas Carl O'Connell. Emma Catherine Hahn. Piper Catherine Van Korhova. Anna Marie Pertel.
I want to congratulate each of you on this tremendous achievement to receive a degree from one of the best universities in the country. Go Bearcats. Yep. Today, I'd like to take us all back to the beginning of our collegiate journeys and help us recognize who got us here today. There's a picture of me from 2018 that I am sure exists of many of you if you were to look back at your parents' Facebook posts from the winter of that same year. I'm standing in the dining room of my childhood home, holding a white piece of paper and a sheet of the coolest reusable stickers with the biggest. Little did we know of the impact that this singular sheet of paper would have on the next chapter of our lives. That piece of paper brought me to my first-year suite mate, Emily, who would become my right-hand man for the next 4 years and who will forever be my best friend. She taught me more about myself than I could ever learn on my own. That sheet of paper got me recruited into the co-rec football team, where I formed connections like Bailey. Bailey would become instrumental in helping me acquire the campus job of my dreams as a campus tour guide. Later on, he became my best friend, who supported me through a year of adjusting to the campus COVID way of life, and he graciously taught me professionalism and networking skills that would then help me land the full-time job of my dreams. I met Faith, Jolie, RJ, Sam, Lauren, Julia, Allie, Billy, Sarah, Angelica, Owen, Jordan, Eric, Ryan. That 8x11-inch ticket admitted me on a journey to become an RA, with residents on my floor and throughout my building and community who gave me a purpose and an opportunity to grow as a mentor and a leader. By taking a leap of faith and accepting that offer admission on that piece of paper, I would get 3 perspective-changing internships, not because of a LinkedIn or an Indeed posting, but because of the people at Binghamton who cared about me and gave me an opportunity. That sheet of paper would give me the opportunity to continue to prove myself academically by achieving good grades throughout my tenure at Binghamton. I could not have accomplished this on my own, but only because of the commitment of my instructors and professors mentoring me during office hours, and the support of my friends and family, like my mother, Karina, who would validate me, and my brother, Peyton, who would welcome me home with a laugh. Because of them, I was able to excel. I'm almost certain that all of you went through something strikingly similar. Every one of us sitting here in this event center would be nothing without the people that we met during our time here. And that is what Binghamton does best. Breeds a culture of higher education that is centered around the people. As you embark on your journey after your Binghamton undergraduate career, I encourage you to frame your mind in the same way, around people and relationships. There is no doubt that college is more than challenging, and for our case, we had an unprecedented pandemic on top of it. When I was at my lowest points, it wasn't the new internships, the amount of money I had, my good grades, or my living arrangements that kept me going. When I was stripped down to nothing and felt like there was no way out or to move on, it was my friends, family, mentors, and residents who pushed me to another day and to not give up. They are the people that Binghamton gave us, and we wouldn't have achieved the things that we did without them. So of course, be overjoyed with your accomplishments that are celebrated today, because ultimately, you are the one leaving with a degree. However, do not celebrate today without the acknowledgement of the ones who got you here. Likely, a lot of them are sitting around us right now, and what they have provided to you for your success. So, what's next, graduates? Just like when you were a teenager, posing for your parents' Facebook posts, you are about to have another piece of paper at the end of this ceremony. Without the sheet of Binghamton stickers, unfortunately, and you'll actually get your diploma in the next 6 to 8 business weeks, but you get the point. You get the point. But this piece of paper is your next ticket to your next set of opportunities. What are you going to do with that? Again, I'm sure we're all at least a little scared, nervous, maybe still a little naive, whether we'd like to admit it or not. But this time, this new ticket, our Binghamton degree, does not only come with opportunity, it comes with a quality education and a network, support system, and a family of people who will continue to be there for you every step of the way. As you move forward into your successful careers, like I know we'll all have, don't forget about the people, especially your Binghamton people. Because until you get that next piece of paper, maybe it's an offer for an amazing promotion, and now your LinkedIn account celebrates that sheet of paper just like your parents' Facebook posted in 2018, there are going to be more hardships and setbacks. At the end of the day, it won't be the raise, the car, the vacations, or the expensive clothes that will get you through. It will be those people and the relationships you maintained. So, wherever you go, continue to breed that people-centered culture like Binghamton did for us. It's been incredible becoming a young adult alongside a group of intensely inspiring, hardworking students these past 4 years. And I can't wait to see what you all do next. Congratulations and Godspeed, class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. And I hope you can drive the Wienermobile here to Binghamton sometime this summer. Love to see that. Will the baccalaureate candidates in the following departments please rise? Geography, geological sciences, linguistics, mathematical sciences, philosophy, politics and law, and political science. President Stenger, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who fulfilled the baccalaureate degree requirements as prescribed by the faculty. Student Marshal Brianna Lopez Patino, please lead the candidates to the platform so they all may receive the recognition of their academic achievement.
Yeah. Brianna Elizabeth Lopez Patino. Maximilian Nicholas Carlson. Mia Olivia Albert. Marielle Lanning Pasquale. Michael Thomas Andre. Hayden Taylor. Ivy Liu. Henry Walter Battaglia. Joseph Kovar-Pena. Corin Sinai Banis. Dunya Badidi. Migueli Valerio Martinez. Alexander Anthony Zarilli. Aya Dickman. Sarah A. Levin. Cody Rina Bisk. Evelyn Grace Ho. Alexandra Paula Martinez Marrero. Yue Zhu. Tianling Wang. Yu Qian Wang. Wang Lu Huang. Ji Jing Chen. Huaxi Li. Helena Grace Jones. Marielle E. Joseph. Kayla Williams. Molly Higgins. Spencer Harris Lubell. Annalisa Elizabeth Zovich. Madison Carolyn Toohey. Donald Pessison. Samantha Lee Frivola. Kathleen Spordone. Noah Zimmer. John C. Bravo. Thea Carolyn Barbalette. Sydney Lakata. Alexander R. Corsello. Jared Mark Adams Hollander. Maria Elena Hachikian. Ashton Keith. Alexander Paul Seong. Sarah Beth Broyhouse. Brad DiBenedetto. Noah Hamilton Rindy. Jack Malcolm Byrne. John Jennings Workman. John Stephen Herzog. Fahim Ahmed. Nina Marie Abursisi. Travis Benjamin Steiner. Benjamin A. Fox. Jake Edward Dunn. Michael A. Carbone. Charles Michael Urin. Audrey Tomateo Franza. Noah Smith. Chelsea Ann Cohn. Catherine Sophie Margaret Bleeker Van Leuven. Valerie Nicole Staub. Hei Chi Zhang. Yi Chang. Yu Ran Chai. Ying Chong. Wen Yi Jiang. Wen Tao Ma. Marjorie Yauzi. Violet Kravitz. Liliana Jareen. Gina Wu. Brittany Zuniga. Benjamin Michael Quackenbush. Justin Malpezzi. Corey Evan Foster. John J. O'Brien, Jr. Matthew Allen Klein. Henri Paul Fessel. Sophia Allison Wilder. Nadine A. Smith. Frederick J. Schultz. Quinn J. Pearson. Joseph George Reisner. Ryoma Nakahata. Shim Buyian. Tek Cho. Ashley Irene Beblavi. Raisa Barr. Matthew W. Pins. Chun Hao Wu. Justin Chang. Dominic Chan. Slail Bilico Jean-Pierre. Samuel August Shishgal. Xiaoping Li. Nicholas Joseph Cusumano. Ryan T. Graffeo. Ava Rose Dreyer. Ross Noah Lauterbach. Katrina E. Knickerbocker. Lauren Ann Stone. Ryan E. Linewand. Yuki Wu. Shayna Tess Monash. Michal Sherman. Adam Bukowski. Nina Ecker. John Vincent Chapman. Liam James Gaffney. Jake Anthony Anella. Andrew Dylan Skilabaglio. Jessica Ann O'Keefe.
Yeah, Jess!
Elizabeth Julia Parenti.
Yeah, Liz!
Ella Rose Chin.
Yeah, Ella!
Joshua Samuel. Dana Rose Solazzo. Elizabeth Grace Friedman, Anna Rachel Shablak, Madison Mia Mercado, Ivione Lisette Tordesillas, Ricky Young Zhu, Faris Rumi, Joseph Anthony Volpe, Owen Baker Brown, Dylan Patrick Wingfield, Morgan Chow, Simon Peter Bang, Nicholas Ryan O'Neill, Angelo Rafael Nardo, Yuan Sen Wang, Xu Hua Yu, Chi Hao Lin, Byron A. Quinteros, Joseph Paul Ferris, Matthew Thomas Canavan, Julia Margaret Scardino, Amelia Thorpe, Abraham Ray Cortes, Nicholas Ryan Ibis, Tyler Cameron Simpson, Priya Pindaprolu, Alexi Luis Burgess, Genesis Hernandez, Taina Gabriela Garcia, Daniel Rocabado, Sarah Ann Wenjanowski, Adriana M. Bucci, Sydney Nora Sherman, Owen Martin McLean, Connor P. Carroll, Marshall Kaufman, Daniela Bastone, Samuel Michel Libshaber, David Douglas Bessemer, Jason Schwang. Thank you. Dejon Amani Ntale, Zeus Eugene, William Holland Barksey, Philip Marakowitz Svigals, Jonas D. Stonebreaker, Noah Valerian Libandiz, Christopher Isaiah Golub, Zvi H. Salzberg, Henry James Nowak, Kyle Michael Mangan, Chloe Artis Cairncross, Tamim Ashraf, Dennis Shin, Taeyong Paul Lee, Michael Polowitz, Noel Angeline Dutch, Victoria Barracks, Kara Chadwell, Emily Vittoria Saruto, Alexia Rudolov, Juliet Marie Tamaro, Alex Kaylee Fogg, Sophie Rose Schundorf, Garrett Mack Ritholtz, John William Cuff, Saoirse Ann O'Day, Emma Carol Jardina, Kristen M. Ali, Michaela Rose Bergman, Sira Ahuja, Russell P. Whitefield, Trevor O'Toole Redden, Henry James Kuratowski, Brendan Michael Reidlinger, Zachary Brandberg, Thomas Salvatore Murphy, Marina Khan, Braden Joel Florzik, Matthew Raphael Esca, Joseph Vincent Masella, Trevor James Fornara, Emily Marie Badel, Vivian Chu, Caitlin Charlene Tizone, Angelica Mayer, Bela Sage Reinstein, Adriana Rosales, Emma Regina Breuer, Rochelle Lynn Kesmet. Maya Rebecca Wolf. Gavin Patrick Barrett. Amanda Faye Setina. Noah Alec Mendelman. Zachary Ryan Walsh. Michael Joseph Lawrence. Andrew Martin Longariello. Daniel Eidelstein. Samuel L. Marco. Emma Galetta. Grace Henderson. Chelsea Pereira. Daniel Edward Strepaco. Amy Lau. Matthew DeStefano. Diana C. Huang. Jamie Grace Fisher. Hannah Lachter. Ruby Grace Tower. Annabelle Bangs. Daniel N. Sarr. Christopher D. de Blasio. Spencer Reese Freer. Samantha Helen Carroll. Evan Ryan Stauber. Marco Antonio Taranto. Kaylee J. Ripsky. Shauna Catherine Green. Victoria Ikpe Muugana Urata. Shane R. Moritz. Masatami W. Cowler. Sonia Nasser. Pericles Smith Endon. Jack Henry Weedar. Vincent E. Messett. Stephen Paul Giesler Jr. Rajiv K. Malhotra. Connor Joseph Berry. Gregory J. Lethbridge. Dylan Joseph Licata. Olivia L. Meyer. Michelle Schoenwald. Samantha Morgan Panzarella. Emily Jessica Meyer. Isabella L. Cognata. Gianna Marie Arizon. Krista Kiana Gutzwanger. Elijah Harlow. Ariel Kobe Sharifian. Kara Faith Advocate. Evita Poli. Catherine Frida Kennedy. Nicole Rachel Zalatorasco. Daria Michael Drew. Christine Phyllis Donofrio. Keith Grisky. Paige Elizabeth Cummings. Philip Matthews Nowieski. Alexander Isaac Umakar. Jack Rowe. Regine Rafael Otero. Paul Tortazos Dresner. Justin Vargas. Sean Gorman. Christian Matthew Sheehan. Niaz Najapi. Alyssa Tabi Miriji. Aliyah Arnold. Maha Nair. Juliana Jinna. Cole Richard Yastremski. Ivan R. Capacito. Alexander Michael Kazakos. Leah Frankel. Dominic Biagio Bossi. Lily Sackett. Jillian Marie Lewis. Alyssa Elizabeth Itzaki. Christopher James Park. Spencer Francis Flynn. Madeline Joy Berry. Helena Luis Acierto. Brianna Cirillo. Declan James Ferris, Luke John Rosacci, Dylan James Braddock, Jenna Ashley Diamond, Peter J. Dashtelt, Linnea Denise Dorenda Gaskin-Zanders, Noah Victor Sidaka, Amanda Isabel Brown, Patricia Ann Taylor, Matthew Kenneth Pangburn, Jocelyn Mina Phipps, Amanda Serafina Escato, Brian P. Kenny, Samuel Joseph Marks, Catherine Morgan Wolf, Curtis John Riley, Jessica M. Sperling, Leilani Aviles, Sasha Nicole Goldstein, Richard Freeman Kaito Saunuk, Zeke Varanasi Merlis, Veronica Maria Rich, Haja Hepner Broiler, Brooke Madeline Starkey, Brianna Marie Morales, Eliana Pizestner, Isabella Sarah Fredo, Jessica Marie Ayello, Bailey Raffensperger, Gianna Michelle Barcia, Juliana Rose Flores, Rebecca Allison Graham, Kevin Michael McGarvey, Michael Cohen, Eric Mitchell Tavroff, Nanakwame Anoke Adegun Bomani, Tamir Kobe Markowitz, Justin Michael Lewinson, Kevin E. Varath, Louis M. Hardisky IV, Nora Porter, Mia Catherine Rabkin, Keyshawn L. Hall, Scott Carlson, Edward J. Zazelia III, Max Solomon Weiss, Sahar Genti, Brian Christopher Curtis, Alexander Harris Weiner, Miller Alexis Ventura, thank you, Tristan James Lenz, Julian Eli Merrick, Brendan Patrick Butler, Samuel Joseph Glavy, Hamza Ali Khan, Alexandra Neville Keogh, Zakia Francis, Jasmine Renee Thomas Pettit, Jerianne Marie Roger, Kevin Paul Capolino, Anna Carol Sorgi, Priscilla Gonzalez, Francesca Rodriguez, Evelyn Martinez, Jade Ong, Cole Eaton Parker, Christopher Galvin Latopoulos, Max Gouliardo, Leo Ellis Cohen, Evan Michael Clement, Joanna Loretta Van Slyke, Naomi Ponce, Jane Edith Tart, Amanda Page Silberberg,
would now like to ask everyone to rise as they're able as we sing the Binghamton University alma mater. We invite everyone to join in singing the refrain of the second verse. The lyrics can be found on the back of the cover of the commencement program. Baccalaureate degree candidates, please remain standing. Everyone else may be seated. President Stenger, I am honored to present to you these candidates for the baccalaureate degree by the university.
For those who have successfully completed all degree requirements by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York and the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York, I confer on each of you the appropriate baccalaureate degree with all the rights and privileges accompanying it. On behalf of the Binghamton University community, I congratulate you for this well-earned accomplishment. As is customary, upon conferral of the baccalaureate degree, you may now move the tassel from your left to your right. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, partners, and friends, I present to you the Binghamton University Harper College of Arts and Sciences, class of 2023.
The spring commencement proceedings of the State University of New York at Binghamton are now concluded. We kindly ask the audience to remain seated. Turn the page. For the academic recessional. Once the academic recessional is completed, please exit as soon as you are able to allow graduates and families of the next ceremony to enter.